So I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Is this your first role in a movie, or are you a veteran actress here?
It is actually my first role.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Well, how was it?
It was long. It was excruciating long for the role that I had.
Wow.
Yeah.
What role is that?
It was girl on phone.
Girl on phone.
Girl on
okay,
phone.
that's a tough one.
Yeah.
So how did you prepare for that?
There was really no preparation for it needed.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you were
yeah.
natural then, just knew how to handle the situation.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So
Yep.
who would you say influenced your acting chops? Who got you into this business?
No one really.
No one?
No one. I just fell into it.
Just the beat of her
I
own
just
drum.
fell
Just like
on. Yeah.
just a natural fit
Exactly.
right here.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a little ashamed, but what is your name?
Lori.
Lori. Okay,
Yes.
all right. And Lori, and you were girl on phone.
Yes.
Okay,
I-
all right.
Honestly, I didn't ask her name because I figured everybody watching already knows
that's,
her name.
that's what I'm saying.
You
I've got
know.
a short memory. It's bad on me,
Right.
but I should have
If
recognized.
anyone is watching, I am available for work.
Yeah. Outstanding.
There you go.
Outstanding.
Now here's a question for you. If you could choose any role in any movie, what would be your role?
It would be the Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side.
Oh, such a beautiful movie.
In which movie?
In Sandra Bullock.
in The Blind Side.
Oh yeah, great movie.
Because I
Great
feel
movie.
like that's not that far off from my natural self.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Very
Nice.
cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
so it's not
I
really
like that.
acting.
Yeah.
So I feel like I probably already know the answer to this. Then we're the Merco Movie Guys, and
Okay.
one thing we always ask all of our guests is, if in a void, what movie would you recommend to someone? So you're going to recommend a movie to somebody right now, just walking by, that says, "Hey, can you recommend a movie to me?"
I mean, I would probably go with Forrest Gump, to be
Forrest
honest.
Gump is a
Forrest
great
Gump.
answer.
You know, Forrest Gump, I always say, has the greatest ever soundtrack.
It
Next-
does. It really does.
Best soundtrack.
I owned the soundtrack.
The
I
two
bought
CD,
it. Yep.
the blue
Yep.
and the red CD.
Yep.
I
Next to
remember-
Top Gun.
I sure did.
Next
I
to
sure
Top
did.
Gun.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Forrest Gump is number one.
All right. Well, we appreciate your time and good luck. We're happy to have you.
thank
Enjoy the rest of the red carpet.
Lori, it's always a pleasure.
Oh,
Yes.
perfect.
Glad to have you back.
All right.
I don't recognize you right off the bat, and that's probably on me. I've had a few too many bourbons tonight. That's probably the problem.
I get it.
So what is your name?
Tyler Drayton.
Tyler Drayton. And what was your? First off, who were you wearing tonight?
Stafford.
Stafford. The go-to. The
Yes,
go-to.
Yeah. The working man's.
Yes,
tuxedo.
absolutely.
So, Tyler, is this your first role in a movie?
Yeah. Yes. That's been released.
Okay. All right. So who are your early film influences? Like, who was it that got you to pursue this role?
Boy. Spielberg.
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 Hey, you
Gotta
can't
go
go wrong with
classics.
Spielberg. Can't
Never
go wrong
go
with
wrong
Spielberg.
with them.
Yeah.
So, what, as far as for your role in this movie, how much preparation did you have to put in for it?
Absolutely none.
He's a natural.
A natural.
He's a natural,
Absolute
yep.
natural.
They told me to act like I was afraid, but too injured to leave the area.
Okay. What was your credit, Nate?
Just I was a production assistant, and then they asked me to be a background extra.
Okay.
And I was a stand-in for Eric LaSalle a few times.
Oh, okay.
and
Well, you look exactly like LaSalle.
yeah.
So I was going to say that.
He's a taller guy. I'm a taller guy. We don't have the same complexion,
Yeah.
but the director needed me to act out a few scenes. He was not there. I was happy to oblige.
Very cool.
You know.
All right. Well, we're the Merco Movie Guys, and one question that I always have to ask
Sure.
everyone is, in a void, what movie would you recommend to someone?
Ooh, in a void.
In a void. Yeah.
Oh.
Just right now. Someone randomly is, hey, what movie should I watch right now?
MegaFault for sure.
MegaFault. Hey, that's a good
MegaFault.
answer.
There we
That's
go.
an answer.
There we go.
It's a classic. It's gonna be, it's a cult classic.
Exactly. Cult
It
classic
is.
for
It
sure.
is.
Yeah.
Well, Tyler, thank you for joining us here on Merco
Absolutely.
Movie
Yes.
Guys.
Tyler, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Can you do me a favor and sign my copy over
You
here?
got it, yeah.
All right. Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. So first question, who are you wearing? Yes, I was gonna say my wife just checked for you a little while ago. So, but next question: what was your role in the movie tonight, or in MegaFault? Okay,
Oh,
that's
nice.
very cool. So you were credited as probably as the American Red Cross person. Okay, outstanding.
Now, we had an opportunity to chat before the red carpet event here, and you were talking about that was shot in the LaSalle fire station, or LeClaire. What did I say? LaSalle. I'm in
LaSalle.
Illinois again. I need to get back to Iowa. LeClaire Fire Station. That's awesome. That's awesome. How was the overall experience?
No, 15 years too long. Yeah. So what you're saying is it's about time is what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, we do have a mic here.
Let's start over, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
We're good.
We're good. But so another question that we like to ask, again, we're the Merco Movie Guys. I gave you a card earlier. What is a movie that you would recommend in a void? So like right now, you were just gonna say, hey, random person, what you need to watch this movie. What movie is that?
Frozen.
Oh,
Frozen is a great answer.
It's a great movie.
You know what's funny is the first time I watched that movie, I said, this movie's incredible. Clint's like, it's nothing compared to the Minions. I'm like, Clint, that's a bad take.
It was a bad take. I cleaned up my act.
He
after
did.
the
He
sunset.
did. He did. He watched it again and he loved it. But like,
I'm a Free Willy mom, actually.
A Free Willy?
Nice, yeah.
Would be my favorite, but Frozen is played in my house right now daily.
oh yeah.
So-
Naturally.
Yeah.
So I do have another question though for you. Now with this role, kind of being this breakout star now, if you could pick any role on any movie to go do, what would be that dream role of yours?
Jeez. I would like to be a famous actress and wear diamonds and an amazing dress and have somebody do my hair.
Nice.
Absolutely. Well, it's a good thing that we're here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
This is step one. What
Yeah.
more could you ask for
This
than
was
this?
a practice run.
Yeah.
It was good.
I don't know about practice. More like the main stage, but you know.
For me, it
Yeah.
was practice.
All right.
Movie.
Well,
Thank you.
appreciate your time. This has been great. Make
Thank
sure
you.
now you got to sign my copy of MegaFault over here.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Amy, this night is treating us wonderful. So-
Good, good. I'm so glad you guys came all the way from Aledo.
I feel like
here.
I-
This
Yeah.
is fantastic.
Yeah, well, we actually came from Keithsburg, Illinois, which is a little
Keithsburg,
bit farther
okay.
down.
Not all of us came from
Oh
Keithsburg.
yeah, touche.
Oh, touche.
Touche.
Yeah, I love that word.
So
Okay.
we had a chance to catch
Oh my
up
gosh, we're
earlier.
on video.
First
Okay.
off, before we jump into this,
Yeah.
I have to tell this whole story.
Okay.
But
Is it the story
what-
she told me
what she's
about what-
no,
No,
it's
don't bring that
not
up.
that story.
Okay, all right.
But
What was said in the red room stays in the
Stays in
red
the
room.
red room.
I
Fair
want
enough.
to talk about what she's wearing.
Yes, let's
because
do it.
Oh.
This is absolutely from 1940s.
Okay,
Yeah.
very nice.
Actually,
very nice.
maybe even the 30s. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough to beat. That's
It
tough
is.
to
That
beat.
is
Oh,
incredible.
thank you.
And you look absolutely stunning.
Thank
Yes,
you.
stunning.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Thank
Yes,
you.
absolutely.
Nice compliment.
Oh.
Thank you.
It's-
Wow.
Compliments are easy when you look this good. So
See, Clint said it so much better. I was trying to think of that. It just wasn't coming. But yeah, Clint had it right there.
He
was
had
ready.
it. He was on it.
So tell us about your role a little bit in MegaFault.
Sure. Well, I worked at the Blood Center, which was at the time Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center, and now it's Impact Life.
Yep.
Headquarters, Davenport, Iowa, and they needed a lot of parts of our facility for their movie. So they used the entranceway as their center, their control center.
Yeah.
They also used the bus bay,
Okay.
which is a huge open, it's got garage doors everywhere for our big buses. They use that also for their control center for all their tanks and Army equipment and things like that. Well, then they handed out, they said, who wants to be an extra? And I'm like, well, sure, why not? What the heck? I get paid to work and be in a movie,
Yeah.
Sure, I'll be an extra. So they threw, actually, the funniest part is Vicky's not here. Vicky is like 4'11". She's a tele-recruiter, so she calls blood donors. You want to donate blood? Sure, I'll donate
I
blood.
probably talked to her a lot because
she's a hoot. And anyway, they strap her into Army gear.
yeah.
So camouflage.
Yep.
And a gun. She's got a bazooka kind of thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's 4'11", and she's running around with a bazooka, right?
that's
and
great.
it is a hoot. You got to watch it. She's in there just a couple times. So
Yeah, I'm
anyway,
excited. I'm
yeah,
excited. We'll
yeah.
look for Vicky. Vicky, right?
Look for Vicky. Yes.
Yes, got it.
What
Yeah.
I love about that is that is one of the best auditioning stories that I've heard. You're just at work and you're like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to be a movie star.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's go with that. Do you have any early movie influences? Like you were the person that said, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to try and be this person on the screen."
Well, you know who my favorite person is in the whole world is Carol Burnett.
Oh, yeah.
So she's a comedian.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I grew up with a big family, and we laughed a lot.
Yeah.
We told jokes a lot, and it made life easier
I love
laughing.
that. I
Yeah,
love that.
Absolutely.
yeah. So I was always been kind of I'm one of 6 kids, 5 brothers. I'm the only girl. So for me to stick out,
Yeah.
you know, because I didn't stick out, I was the only girl.
Had to be the funny one.
I was the funny one.
Probably.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Oh, thank
From our
you.
conversations
I tell you,
earlier.
comedy takes you further than anything.
Oh, I
right
think
there.
so too. Yeah, I won my trophy husband on that one. Yeah, for sure.
I love that. I love that. So, again, we're the Merco Movie Guys. I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
In a void, we ask all our guests this. In a void, what movie would you recommend to anybody? Like, you're just going to say, somebody walking down the street, you're like, they want to say, hey, what movie?
The Departed.
The Departed is
Oh,
a
The
great
Departed.
answer.
Oh my gosh, by
It's a
far
great
the
answer.
best. It is by far the best written mystery movie, isn't it?
Love
It's
it.
beautiful.
It's
Yes.
suspenseful.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Absolutely.
And again, I think the suspenseful and the shock factor and like the endings. Bam, bam.
You
bam,
could not
bam,
have nailed
bam.
it.
No.
You could not have nailed
exactly.
that one. Yeah.
Exactly. Totally
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Amy, thank you for stopping by and having a conversation
Absolutely.
with
And
us.
Thank you.
Yes, and enjoy your night.
Yes,
Enjoy your night.
And thank you guys for what you do.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
our
Yeah.
pleasure. Our
You
pleasure.
take care.
What
My
about-
name is Bill Gluba,
Bill
Gluba, and I was Mayor of Davenport at the time.
Okay.
And so my
Bill
role.
Glover, you don't have any relation down in Keithsburg, Illinois, do you?
That's where my grandmother. Well, you bet, 11 of them down there.
Okay,
originally.
all right. We're from
How do you know
Keithsburg, so-
Keithsburg?
I'm
Okay.
from Keithsburg.
Oh,
So.
congratulations!
Yes.
There's something good about you.
Yeah,
by God.
exactly.
I
So,
knew,
Merco,
I knew something
we're-
good.
Merco,
come of
Mercer
this.
County Movie Guys. There
No,
you
my
go.
father was born and raised there. I was my great.
Yeah,
that's-
Joe
my
did a lot of
grandmother there,
fishing,
so I
but-
got a cousin. Anyway, I was Mayor of Davenport at the time.
Yep.
And they needed someone to be Mayor of Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So my role was to pretend like I was Mayor of Washington, D.C. So I had like 10 seconds early in the movie, like the first 3 minutes, I introduced somebody who introduces Brittany Murphy.
Yeah.
And then later on, I was at St. Ambrose, and it was all filmed at St. Ambrose University. And then the thing comes through, and the glass is all shattered. I'm sitting there, and anyway, that's
That's
my
cool.
role.
So you were the mayor of what then? The
Davenport, Iowa.
Well, no, I know, but I mean in the movie.
Of Washington.
Washington,
Oh, Washington.
D.C.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Very
Nothing
cool.
small about. I'm a big-time actor. you
Yeah.
know.
Oh, no, I know you. I know you are. I know. So here's a couple questions. First off, who are you wearing tonight? Who are you wearing? Who did your wardrobe here?
Yes, I couldn't afford us. But
J.C. Penney's or something like that.
Right.
Jacques Benet.
What I'm looking for is where's my arm candy? These
Yeah,
guys invite me. Where the hell's
There you
that?
go.
You know,
I'm gonna
you
bring my
guys-
wife up here for you. So.
Okay, well, hey, come on over. I'll be there. I did win an Academy Award tonight.
Yes,
though.
exactly.
So it's not a second-rate deal. This is top stuff here, man.
So-
You're not talking to
Oh,
the
this is
second
great.
team.
So here's a question
Yes, sir.
that I got for you.
What the hell's your name? Now,
my
where are you
name's
from?
Clint.
Hi,
and
Clint.
I'm from Seton, so right next
Seton,
to Keithsburg.
Illinois.
Yeah, right next to
my
Keithsburg.
God, my aunt is a Seton.
Oh, no
Her
kidding.
father was like an owner of the town or something.
Oh, yeah,
a banker.
yeah.
Seton, Illinois,
Yeah.
you're shitting me.
No.
Okay, not them. This is a hell of a
Yeah.
deal. You guys are all right.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So where are you at now?
Oh, I'm.
Well, we're still there.
Yeah, I'm actually an alderman in Keithsburg, Illinois. Does that
There
matter?
you are. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
And I like all of
We're
them.
we're
You know what they
politicians.
say about mayors? Mayors' friends come and go, but their enemies just accumulate.
Yeah.
That's the same, probably true with all of them. But anyway, what the hell are you saying? I'm
Well, no,
sorry.
I was going to ask you if you could act in any movie on any role, what would you choose?
What's the one with my favorite actor? To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh,
To Kill a Mockingbird.
There you go.
There
I
we
knew
go.
I think
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
a
There
little
we
slow.
go.
Me-
Oh,
old
no,
time.
no, that's
Atticus
all right.
Finch and Boo Radley is where you're going. Yeah, I can't remember what the actor's
and
name
the
is.
actor was
Gregory Peck.
Gregory Peck.
In a
To
Void.
Kill a Mockingbird, greatest movie. I thought one of the best ever made.
There you
Okay,
go.
well, that's probably going to be the answer. But in a
movie,
void,
nice.
what movie would you recommend to someone on the street?
Well, I would recommend that one.
That's what I
There it
figured.
is. So welcome to the Merco Movie Podcast, and we got to ask, how excited are you here to be at the red carpet premiere of MegaFault?
You know, I am so excited. I get my 5 minutes of fame. Are you kidding?
Well, you've already had your 5 minutes of fame. This is just
Yes.
a payoff for your 5 minutes of
Yes.
fame, right?
I've been waiting 15 years for this.
Okay, first off, I got to ask, who are you wearing?
Dillard's?
Dillard's. Okay,
that-
good answer. Good answer. Love it. Love it. Next question. Okay, how old were you when you were in this movie?
7.
And you were, what was your title?
I was Katie.
Katie. Okay, Katie. So Katie, and what is your real name?
Katie.
Okay, all right, Katie. That's Katie. As
Easy to
herself.
remember.
Yeah.
As herself. Naturally. Okay, so you started at what age again?
Seven.
Seven. So at 7 years old, did you have any influences that directed you into this path of stardom and wanting to be an actress or anything like that?
Absolutely. So my mom actually worked at KWQC.
Oh,
Okay.
And
Wow.
so anytime they needed a kid for a commercial, I was the one who was pulled. So I kind of grew up around cameras in my face.
So you
Yeah.
actually have been doing this a little bit then.
Yes, a little bit, but MegaFault was my peak.
Okay, very cool, very cool.
Have you done anything since MegaFault?
I did a little like local theater stuff,
Okay.
and I was always in Davenport Junior Theater.
Yep.
But other than that, not yet. Maybe
Nice.
someday.
Yet. I like the word yet.
Yes, exactly,
So-
exactly.
So one of my questions I've been asking is, if you could choose any role in any movie, what role is going to be the role that you're going to
Oh,
pick?
that's a good question. I really want to be in like a classic horror film. I think
Oh.
like the girl in the Scream movie would be so much fun.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Now, are you wanting that character to get like axed, or are you wanting to like make it through?
Yeah, are you kidding? I want a death scene.
You want?
oh
Like, you
yeah.
Want the gory death.
Oh yeah.
I've been waiting my whole life for this death scene.
Yes.
That's great.
Are
That's
you
great.
kidding?
Oh no, I get it.
I didn't
get
get
it.
killed off in the MegaFault movie, so I got to make up for it. You
Yeah,
know?
well, if they do a sequel, then you're
Oh,
there.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's good. That's good. You
Yeah.
in the sequel. Last question that I have. We're the Merco Movie Guys, and one question that we always ask people is, what in a void, what movie would you recommend to someone?
That's a good question. Oh my gosh, I just watched Immaculate, the horror movie.
Immaculate, the horror movie.
Yeah,
I've heard of this one. I haven't seen it yet, but that's
it's kind of new.
okay. Yeah, I like in the last like 2 years or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. I
Yeah.
have not seen it yet.
That is awesome. I do want to say thank you for coming up here and having a chat with us here. And we can't wait to like actually get in the theater. I think the movie's starting.
Movie is starting.
Yes.
So
We're
we're
missing
missing
it.
it.
Yeah.
And
We
I
gotta-
apologize.
That's
We held
okay.
you on for that. But
That's okay. I'm not until the 58-minute mark, so
Okay.
I'm not that
Oh,
crazy.
yeah. We'll throw some cheers out when we see you on there.
Thank
So-
you. I
Mom, come in here
appreciate
real
it.
quick.
Yeah.
Just one quick. Yes. How does it feel to have a star on the red carpet tonight?
Oh, she was a star from the day she was born.
Oh, such a mom
that.
statement.
Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Nice to see her get appreciated for all the work she's done.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Absolutely. All right, thanks, ladies. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you.
Hey, make sure you've waited a long time for this moment.
15 years.
15 years. 15 years. Are we good on the spot?
Yeah, there's
okay.
your mark.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't do video.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Well,
all right.
you know,
You're gonna do
you
great
know.
at. You're gonna do great at. So here's a couple questions. First off, again, who are you wearing? Who are you wearing tonight? Who we got?
I bought this right off of a Korean transport ship.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
This suit spent more than 15 years in the canal sideways.
Okay.
So
all right.
yeah.
All right.
it's my homage to the worldwide audience of
Yes.
MegaFault.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very cool. Very cool. So you weren't in the movie or anything, but
Oh,
you've been
no.
promoting it for years, though.
Well, because we're in a unique position, the directors come into town and they need somebody to get the word out, to get extras.
Yes.
And we just had the biggest out-of-work audience that could do that. So
Yeah.
it worked out perfectly. Yeah, what's your demographic? It's mostly people who lay around after dropping kids off at school. So perfect.
Yeah, that's what we
it.
need.
You're hired.
Perfect. Perfect.
Well, one of the questions I have to ask is, if you could act in any role in any movie of all time, what are you gonna choose?
If it were a musical,
Oh, musical.
Oh, musical.
I would be the outlaw Josie Wales.
Oh, nice.
But it's not a musical, so I have to go with Dominic Toretto in every one of the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't
That was
know.
a ride that we just went on right there.
I don't know if you could have
so
a better
if it
answer.
were a musical, Josie, the Outlaw.
Oh,
Josie.
yeah, right.
Okay. All right. This was a hell of a ride, and I'm not sure where we even go from there. But I appreciate your train of thought there.
Now you know exactly how Michael's feels every morning.
yes,
I don't know what to do with that, man. I didn't know where we were going.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, all right. One last question then. In a void, this is something we always ask our again, Merco Movie Guys. One thing we always ask our guests is, in a void, what movie would you recommend to someone?
For the what do they got to get out of it?
Nothing.
It's whatever you want them to get
You're
out
just
of it.
saying, in a void. This is completely just somebody random.
Oh, crazy! Greatest movie I've watched in the last 15 years. A movie called Taking Chance with Kevin Bacon.
Taking Chance
Wow.
with Kevin Bacon.
The actor of our generation.
Yeah.
He plays a Marine lieutenant colonel who accompanies a patriot home, a deceased patriot.
It's very
Wow.
seldom that we get recommendations that I have not seen, and that's one of them. That's a great one.
It's an incredible. Bring a box of Kleenex.
Okay.
And not like the box of Kleenex you use when you're using
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I mean, this is a tearjerker is what I'm saying, not that kind of jerker.
All right, I got you.
What can I say on this? What can you say on a podcast? Is
Wow,
that okay?
it's-
All right.
You know what? Being Greg Dwyer, you can do whatever you want, pretty much. That's mayor of this town,
You
basically.
just add more
Actually,
editing.
we
That's
just-
it.
yeah,
I'm
we
going to
just
go home
talked
and
to
tell
the
my
mayor of
family
this town.
that.
All right, well, we appreciate your time.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Hey,
I would
thanks for
cover-
having us, man. This
Yes.
is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's been a
So-
ton of fun.
Get inside and watch it.
All right,
Absolutely,
we
we're going to do
will.
that.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. First off, who are you wearing today?
The clearance rack.
Okay, all right, perfect. Preparing for this role, how old were you, first off?
I was 8.
8. Okay, so 8 years old. Did you have any influences early on that said, okay, I want to be an actress and I want to be in a MegaFault movie to be Miranda? Did you have any influences?
So my mom was listening to the radio one day, and they said they needed a 6 to 8 year old girl to play the role of Miranda, and she said, "I got an 8-year-old named Miranda."
That's absolutely perfect. Love that. So a couple questions that we always like to ask our guests and whatnot is, in a void, what movie would you recommend to someone?
In a void.
In a void, like just saying right now, if you wanted to just talk to anybody right now, say this person right here, you're going to recommend a movie to them. What would it be?
Gone Girl.
Gone Girl is
nice.
a great
Nice.
answer. I have never had that answer, but that's fantastic.
So I have another question here. If you could pick any role to play in any movie, which one is it going to be?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm retired, so it's like I haven't
retired.
thought about it
Retired.
for a while.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, you got to come out of retirement
okay,
for this
yeah.
one.
I want to play Dakota Fanning in Uptown Girl.
That's a great answer
there we
too.
go.
Yes.
There we
Okay.
go.
All right. Perfect. You did a great job tonight. You stole the show a little bit. No offense to Goose. No offense to Goose, but you kind of stole the show. And I'm not gonna. There wasn't a dry eye in the room tonight. I noticed that. Like when we found out, and spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, that Miranda did survive. It was a big moment.
I mean, when she walked out of the woods like that, I mean, I was shocked.
And honestly, there's a lot.
Shocked.
She went through a lot. She got tossed from a plane over here. They found her somewhere over here, not a scratch on her, and in the woods somewhere. But like
Go through a couple earthquakes.
I'm still
I mean,
recovering.
the Teflon woman, or Teflon child. That's what you were.
My body's
Well-
never been the same.
It was a fantastic role, and thank you for sitting here talking to us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Miranda. Appreciate you.
All right, Goose, we are here at the premiere, only a few years late, but a premiere of MegaFault, where you had probably one of the most, if not the most, iconic line in the movie.
Really? Well, that's very kind of you to say.
I mean, it was awesome.
I feel like I had really such a small part in this movie, but it's really something that the community embraced. I mean, the whole Quad Cities was in this movie, whether it was Quad Cities, Washington, D.C., Quad Cities, Kentucky, Quad Cities, Colorado.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
And no, it was a small part, but it was pivotal. It was one of those pivotal moments where we really
Small
found our
but mighty,
groove. Yes,
you know?
exactly. That 58-minute mark, that's where we really hit our groove. I
Really,
think.
that's really when we knew that we could control this
Yes.
mega fault that was shredding
That's exactly
the nation.
right. Yes, exactly. That's where we found the real plot of the whole story and everything, and we appreciate that.
One thing I really enjoyed about MegaFault is that no matter what was going on, somehow Dr. Amy Lane was always aware that something's going on in Denver. We need to get there now.
I love that.
Casualties are rolling in from everywhere. It's like it's weird. Right?
It's hitting Denver right now.
Yeah,
It's like, we're flying in an Osprey. Oh my God, there's a family driving in an RV. Now, I know I'm in the back of this Osprey, but somehow I know we need to go rescue this family.
Now, here's a question I have: were you actually driving an RV?
Yes.
Oh, no
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah. Well, for stunt scenes, I was the only one in it. And then I was driving down those dirt roads.
Oh.
And then when we shot with the family, it was all in a still vehicle.
Ah, I gotcha.
But I think people were pushing on it to make it right.
I wondered because
Yeah.
like you saw certain scenes, where the guy was falling, he was trying to put gas in the helicopter, and he literally falls on his head.
Gosh,
I'm
that
like,
was the funniest thing.
I'm like you had to like physically just be like, oh.
That's why this movie, MegaFault, is so great. It's so bad, it's good.
Yeah,
But here's the
I think you're right.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like they could have made no criticism. Tonight's not the time to criticize. But like with the amount of money they spent on the pyrotechnics, like I feel like
A
they
little
could have
more
done a little more.
Wait. No, they had like 3 pyrotechnics. They just shot them 5 times and kept playing them over and over and over.
It was the longest explosion scene. Like the gal next to me, first off, she's like, at 25 miles, it doesn't seem like, oh no, this is 25 miles. So we got 25 minutes of just explosions.
We were chuckling at the number of reused scenes. Like they just kind of got into a loop.
Right,
you know?
right. Well, and I think a lot of times they had to stretch because this was made for the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like you're showing an hour-and-a-half movie. You're showing kind of like 20-minute segments between commercial breaks.
That's
So
actually
that
good.
makes a
that
ton of
makes
sense.
Way more sense. Yeah.
The choppy stops and everything make more sense there too.
Yeah.
And again, I told my wife, I'm like, this is the 3rd time that I've watched this movie. This is the first time I made it all the way through. So like, this is a big me too. I think it's a 58-minute mark. It's time to shut it off, right? We kind of know what's going on.
So I got to ask, are you going to be acting anymore?
I am available if Asylum Films wants to reach out
Yes.
to reprise the role of Glenn the RV driver. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
All right.
We talked to the gal, Katie, actually, who was your daughter.
My daughter, yes.
Your daughter. And she said she survived the film. And I said, well, that's perfect because now you're available for the sequel. So both of you are available for the sequel.
Here and
true.
willing.
You could be the new Justin Hartley of the next film.
Probably not, but I'm here.
Yeah, you're here. Goose, we appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Hey, we haven't asked you, though. The one question that we always ask our guests is, in a void, what film would you recommend to someone?
Oh, God, I would have to go back to old school, one of my favorite action movies, a classic, Die Hard with Bruce Willis.
Die Hard. Can't be
Fantastic.
Man,
Fantastic.
What I loved about that movie, and MegaFault kind of had that, where it was action scene upon action scene. Now theirs was slightly better.
Yeah.
But that's my favorite movie.
Which Die Hard was it with Justin Long? It was like Die Hard 4 or something
Yeah.
like that, where they kind of reprised
Yeah,
that.
no, you got to stick with the original.
Okay,
The very
all right,
first
all right,
one,
all right.
the best one.
Well, I was just gonna say that one felt a little bit like MegaFault because it was this world disaster in Washington D.C. and you had great cast and everything. It just
and we're getting up on on Die Hard season here with Christmas coming up.
Christmas is
So
coming
it's
up.
a good,
You're right.
good time.
That's my
good
movie
time to watch it
recommendation
again.
for the season, for sure.
love it.
we go.
Love it. All right, Goose, appreciate your time.
Thanks
for
guys.
having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.